much that you presented. To be honest, I couldn't get to listen to everything because I saw it earlier on and seeing that seeing the kind of people that they put there, I know there's nothing honest about the conversation. It was just a waste of time listening to all of them. Okay, look at that AG or what was his name? Upon all the criticism, all the nonsense that he's talking, what solution did he now offer? Nothing. After everything, the only thing he was suggesting is Sowore. Sowore that has not been able to win even a local government chairman. That they all know that he can never get close to somebody that has not even been able to become a councillor or be able to win 1 million votes. So what is the possibility that he will be able to offer any solution? You see, this is why I said it was a waste of time listening to their conversation because they obviously don't have any solution to offer. Okay, they end up criticizing Peter Obi. At least Peter Obi contested once. I was able to win. I'm sure he won that 2023 election. So why not be a part of, at least, a part of somebody that is close to bringing some solution to what we are going through? Then you are still criticizing that one. And yet, the solution you are bringing is not something that is realistic. So you see that sometimes you wonder, when they just sit down there and be running their mouth, you wonder, are they really being sincere in their criticism? Or they are just talking to just waste people's time? Okay, Mr. Elvis, upon everything that they were talking, what solution did they offer? Nothing. Nothing. Even the senator that is there is saying they should vote for Sowore. When he knows, even he himself knows that Sowore cannot. So Sowore is not even ready to become the president of Nigeria. Even the Sowore himself knows that there's no way he can become president in Nigeria. So why are we wasting our time? This is why I don't even waste my time listening to people like that. Assuming they brought somebody like maybe Randy Peters or somebody who is going to really, bring some solution. But all those ones sit there and criticizing everybody, and yet you have no solution to offer. Why not support the people that somebody that at least we all just like you are saying? It's not that Peter Obi is a saint, but at least let's give him an opportunity. At least out of all of them, he's the only one that we can say that at least his record has proven that he's capable of doing something. Let's give him a chance. But people like Deji will sit down there and still be criticizing him, and yet he has no single solution to offer.
They just hate Peter Obi. They hate Peter Obi because he's an Igbo man. Simple.
And so that means he's part of the problem.
Yes, they are.
That's what I'm saying. He's part of the problem. To be honest with you, I didn't waste my time. That's why I was not even happy that you spent so much time presenting that thing. Because I don't see anything that they were talking there. He's part of the problem. If at this point in time he's still tribalistic and still hating on Peter Obi simply because
upon what we are facing,
that means he's part of the problem.
They are.
As soon as I saw him there talking, he can only deceive some people. Anybody listening to him now will say, "Oh, this man has the interest of Nigeria at heart, or is to say the truth." But that's not true. He doesn't. He doesn't. So it's just a shame that we have people like that. That even with what is going on, they cannot put aside their tribal bigotry and be honest. You see, the only time we can start having solution to Nigeria problem is when we approach these things with honesty. But the fact that people are still attributing tribe and all this nonsense and being biased when they are talking, it means that it will say
Mother Debbie, this biasness we are talking about is everywhere. They are doing it here on my platform. I mean, you know they see them.
I do.
It's everywhere. So how do we have the better Nigeria when people are set to sit in executive chair to select the kind of topic they can talk on? This will be difficult to achieve now.
Then we are going to remain in the wilderness for a very long time now. That's what it means. That's why I like the way you addressed the lady that came out to say what happened to her sister also. Yes, we empathize with her, but I like the way you said it, because we are accountable for our actions, for the things that we allow to happen. You know, we are accountable. But when you say this, some people will still come and say, oh, it has to be my tribe person. When your tribe person is not even doing well, you cannot even come out and say the truth. You will see them dancing around and beating around the bush.
It's so sad.
Even that day, upon all
Thank you, ma.
the talk he was talking from all his mouth, he could not even still criticize Tinubu.
Exactly.
But then he was this. It's so annoying, to be honest with you. I just turned off the volume because I didn't even listen to them, because I knew it's a whole nonsense that they are. You see that the freeze too.
Thank you,
and
ma.
all of those people are there. You know, it's just a shame.
Thank you.
And we have a long way to go.
We have a long way to go.
I don't see us coming out of it anytime soon. You know.
Thank you, ma.
Thank you so much, Mr. Elvis.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank
God
you
bless
for
you.
your good work.
Yes, ma'am. Hello, yeah, good evening to you. Your name and where you calling us from?
Charles, can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you. Okay, Mr. Alex, talk to us, sir. Good evening to you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Elvis. Thank you.
Thank you.
Salute to everybody. Yes, look at what is going on now, Mr. Elvis. This is why countries like the UK, Germany, America, Canada, they don't joke with their politics. They don't allow any kind of person to near the lowest position. There are rules and regulations. You can't see these things. I'm not saying they are perfect. So I'm addressing Abure, Labour Party, Nigerians, party shiftings. Instead of preventing Tinubu in 2023, all of us are guilty. All of us. You can imagine if we resisted, even when Buhari's body language was like waiting for us to act. Everybody remained quiet, including the party leaders and Nigerians. You can see what we would have saved ourselves from. To flip the coin, let's assume we occupy the streets, occupy Nigeria in 2022 until INEC and Naziri winner. We will not know what God did for us. We will not know. When you give a man that has not driven a saloon car, you give him trailer to drive, he will destroy everywhere. That's why there are specialists in different medical centers. There are eye doctors. There are dentists, pediatricians, people that have no knowledge of leadership, that have no empathy. When you allow them because of money, INEC chairman, I'm sure he's seen everything. Former INEC chairman, Professor Mahmoud. So we should never ever allow it again. Nigerians must wake up. Whether the INEC or the government are trying to fight with our bill or not, we should never allow it happen again. Never. I thank God for pastors like Apostle Justice Suleiman. This is a man that has been hated. A man whose life has been, tampered upon. This man has been speaking since 2018, 19, 20. Up to now. Suleiman has been a vocal voice. So, for me, why do you want to rule a people that don't want you? Like he said, the best campaign is your performance. People will be begging you not to leave. People will be crying, weeping, making videos of all you've done in 3 years. If a man did not perform in your first tenure, second tenure, we are dead. We are finished. If our mission and commission Tinubu continue, we are finished. Yeah, I studied those days that Naira will go to 5,000 Naira. They are just holding on to try to squeeze themselves into power. We should say God forbid. So we are all feeling it now. What we would have saved ourselves from. Allied Akbero, touts that claimed they built Lagos. They forgot Lagos was Nigeria capital city before. Central capital city was Lagos at the time. One time it was Calabar before Lagos. So you are telling me you think it was different. When you came, a rubber of Gary was 300 naira, 250. You will see it for 200 naira. A rubber of Gary is about 2,500 or 3,000. Rice was 14,500, 16,000 under good luck. Now it's almost 70,000. So naira to dollar is 1.5. So why are you coming back? Young people are leaving the country. No job, no opportunities. Security is zero. So what are you coming to do? Don't you have conscience? No hospitals in Nigeria. No good hospitals. Education is zero. A whole government gave 38 million to federal universities all over the country. 36 or 38 million naira. Countries will project 80% of their own budget, 60%, 40% to education. Because you have people that don't know the meaning of education. So me, I'm not crying over June 12 again. Let nobody tell me about Abiola again. Abiola and Tinubu were good friends. So what God saved us from Abiola June 12 election, we are seeing it now. God
all right, thank you.
For annulling that election. So Tinubu has come, he has done what he wants to do. We have seen it all. We must demand that the right thing should be done. We must not allow the leaky anymore, because if we allow it, we are dead. Thank you, Nigerians. Thank you, Mr. Elvis.
Yes, my brother.
In the panel and those in the comment section. Thanks very much for what you do. I just want to quickly say something with regards to the student loan, because unfortunately I listened to Digi's interview, and again, for things like that, they should bring another person to talk about an obedient, so that it will be a balanced conversation. Because we were all talking about Peter Obi and even trying to even put down less OT for doing something. So Nigeria and the so-called elite, they can never do anything good. So Nigeria should be aware now. When you listen to that interview, if he becomes the governor today, he won't do anything good. Again, the only thing Tinubu's supporters are talking about is the student loan. First of all, when you give student loans, for example, in the UK, because once you come out of school, even if you don't have a job, there are jobs. You can pay back the loan. But in Nigeria, you're giving a student loan. And when they graduate, how are they going to pay back the loans? When that administration now, only what they care about is building roads, no industry. They're not even giving money to SMEs to start something. So, unfortunately, anybody that is praying for Tinubu to come back, I pity them. According to Mr. Alex, if for the first 4 years they didn't do anything, what do you think they would do in the next term when you know it's a final? So Nigeria should be very, very aware that Tinubu doesn't have anything good for anybody. And again, back to the wife, when she came, she said they have money, they want to come and help Nigeria. He was the one that did the donation for the library. We haven't heard anything about that library. And based on what is going on, all the spendings and the borrowing, Nigeria should be aware that Peter Obi will never borrow for projects that is not human capital development. Because all they borrow money for to build road. People are dying. So after everybody dies in Nigeria, so who will now use that road that they're actually using money for? And the most important thing Nigeria should be aware of, nobody should pay taxes if these budgets, like the coastal highway, if they cannot actually put a proper bidding so that people with the lower amount of money, because all is our wealth and so-called interest of everybody.
All right.
Why can't you do the bidding the lowest from it? Anyway, thank you very much, and I will leave you there. Thank you very much.
Madam Amy, thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Okay, call.